Back in June, I introduced you to this new piece of equipment I bought with a video where I did some upgrades on it. And because we were busy working on the cabin and off-grid property this past summer, I really didn't have time to do some of the other modifications I wanted to do to this. So now that I'm back here in Colorado and have access to my shop and tools, I've got a box of parts and modifications that's just been waiting to get done. I belong to a couple of forums on Facebook that deal with these mini excavators. One's just a general mini excavator forum, and the other is FF Industrial only. And I'm learning quite a bit of stuff about these. They're pretty decent machines, but sometimes these little companies take some shortcuts in areas and put a little bit cheaper parts. Things like this, things like your choke cables. What I'm going to replace today is this battery shutoff switch. These things are notorious for going bad. This cutoff switch is on the negative line. You can disconnect the battery if you would like to, but disconnecting one of these is disconnecting the negative line, so it's basically going to do the same thing. This is a 5mm Allen wrench. Let's see if we can get this apart. Got this raised up. I'm going to take a 14mm and loosen the ground wire. That wasn't super tight. Kind of hard to get my big fat fingers down in there. I just about have it. There's a nut in the washer. And we have that cable off. Now we can pull the rest of this out. Now we can turn it around so we can see it. And take this other 14mm off. We got that out. These are nylocks, locking nuts. Well, I've got those bolts out. I brought this in my shop. It's being replaced with this heavy duty one. This will do 12 or 24 volt. This is what you find on a lot of heavy equipment. Pretty much the same thing, but it connects up differently. So I'm going to have to pull this off and come up through a hole that looks like it's about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to have to come up with a plate to go over to the top of this using this piece of plastic. It's a cover for a electrical box. I'm going to use some JB weld, connect it together, and when it's dry, cut this out, put it in here. I can drill a hole through it and we can insert this through the bottom. We got to trim around these bolt holes, make it flush so the epoxy sticks better. Let's mix up some of this JB weld. You want 2 equal parts. You know, I'm not sure that amount's gonna work, so we'll put a little bit more. Go about half, and the other half. There we go. Got this old pen that don't work anymore, so we can use that to mix it up. Want to get a good even mixture of it. Want it to kind of turn gray, dark gray. This stuff stinks. It's looking pretty good. This will hold anything. I fixed radiators with it. I fixed all kinds of things with it. Plastic, metal. It'll work on just about everything. All right. We need to spread it on this. So we'll go ahead and get some of it and we'll just start on the bottom. Looks like we're cutting it close, but it will work. Now we'll put this piece on there and we'll get the clamps clamped on there. We're going to put one in this corner, put one over here in this corner. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's squeezing it out. When it dries up, I can sand it all down. There we go. And let's see if we can get a clamp in the middle between these. I think we can. One more. Get that off there. I don't want the clamp sticking to it. And I think that's it. We got it all clamped up. So I'll come out here tomorrow morning, pull these clamps off of it, then I can cut it the way it needs to be cut. I watched somebody else do this on one of the mini excavators when they swapped out this battery shutoff switch. Those are loose. These aren't even tight. Right now it's in the on position. I've drilled these out and I've pulled this off. So let's take a look at it. Corrosion, the corrosion on both of these. This right here is why my electrical system was not working. This machine has barely 2 hours on it. This is pretty much junk. That's why I'm replacing it. Well, we got this glued on. Everything seems to be pretty solid, so I'll just get it trimmed out. Well, there we go. We got the battery shutoff switch connected up. Now we're ready to install it. In the process of taking this off, we've got these little plastic ears that kind of snap into this. Two of them got broken and it will not stay down on its own. So what I'm going to do is drill a hole through the back of this. And we got a piece of metal right under here. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole through this and put a screw in there that will hold this in place. That way, once it's put in, it'll stay in. And if I need to take it back out, I'll just back out the screw and then disconnect it by lifting it past these 3 tabs. I have a self-tapping screw, so I'll go ahead and drill that hole. We'll use it as a pilot hole to put this in. And there we go. I'll go ahead and disassemble this, paint it, put it back in, connect up the wires, and this part of it will be done. All right, let's see if this works. We got it in the off position. There's our hour meter. Turn it on. We have nothing. Let's go ahead and turn this to the on position. Turn it on. Our hour meter works. Give it some choke. And there we go. The electrical issues are solved by putting in a new battery shutoff switch. The other thing I want to do is install a battery maintainer. It's 1 amp. It'll both charge your battery and maintain it. This is what it looks like out of the box. This is the end that plugs into your wall. What I'm going to do is pull these alligator clamps off. I'm going to use this as a standalone unit. It'll be connected to the battery and it will stay on the machine. This will just be there, so whenever I need to plug it in, I can just plug this into here and leave it maintaining itself. I pulled the alligator clamps off of this part. I had to open this connector up just a little bit to slide over that nut. Well folks, that's it. We got the electrical stuff taken care of. If you have basic mechanical skills, these really aren't that hard to work on. I appreciate you guys stopping in and checking out this video. Thanks again for watching. Make your life an adventure, and God bless.